Welcome to Miami Gardens, Florida. A gorgeous day for college football, and we are fired up to see the Miami Hurricanes open another season at Hard Rock Stadium. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Golden Gophers will kick it away first. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will get the first crack at it here. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Let's take a minute and talk about the only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected.
Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Canes have this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Vance. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Hale. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got his man quickly. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
To the ground with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now the play fake. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that one today.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
Number 94, set to kick it off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Minnesota's offense will get the ball for the first time. From the gun, give on the inside. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
To the ground. He's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
Back to throw, it's Vance. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. It's complete to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Handoff from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. On target. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. third down going up top. Fires one high and deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a catch, wants to make a move upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Here's the handoff. He's out past the 35. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Hurricanes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to pass. It's Vance. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After that last completion, it's second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on! Guys, he's already got 44 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The Canes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Bought a little time, lets it go. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Leaves it with the running back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. Third down coming. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Looking to throw, it's Vance. Puts it out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's complete on the right side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Using the quick game. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. He's going for the goal line. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Minnesota, 0.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17 is not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
With the catch, it's Jeffrey. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Lanier. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
Got his man downfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Fires it incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it in the last minute.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it.
And that's another Miami Hurricane.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
Got it.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Vance. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He's open on the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive. Now out close to midfield. He leaves it with his back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. He'll take a deep shot here. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. On the run, it's Lyle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab. But he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the backfield, he's open. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And
that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Under fire. Working that left side now. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw.
There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Golden Gophers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the D deny them on second and goal. Back to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Slips away. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Canes send out the punt unit. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he was flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now, early in the 3rd quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Booker. He breaks the tackle. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense a down. Instead, they'll replay it. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Vance. He's going to let it go. And he's got it inside the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the left. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Hauls it in. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Here comes the heat. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Vance. Makes the grab. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Let's go! Wants to go up top. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you keep yourself out of those situations.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down, get something positive. But how about the defense just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field?
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Buys a little time with his feet. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. back to pass. Going deep. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And that ball's incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on fourth down. Caught in the backfield. It's Booker. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Pollard.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quarterback running on the draw. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with a dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot